What's up, guys, and welcome back to my reading journey. I hope we're all doing absolutely fine. And today we're going to continue with the Discourses of Epictetus. And today I'm going to read the chapter 2, How One May Be True to One's Character in Everything. So let's get started. To the rational creature, that which is against reason is alone past bearing. The rational he can always bear. Blows are, not by nature, intolerable. What do you mean? Let me explain. The Lacedaemonians bear flogging because they have learned that it is in accord with reason. But is it not intolerable to hang oneself? At any rate, when a man comes to feel that it is rational, he goes and hangs himself at once. In a word, if we look to it, we shall see that by nothing is the rational creature so distressed as by the irrational, and again, to nothing so much attracted as to the rational. But rational and irrational mean different things to different persons, just as good and evil, expedient, and inexpedient are different for different persons. That is the chief reason why we need education, that we may learn so to adjust our preconceptions of rational and irrational to particular conditions as to be in harmony with nature. But to decide what is rational and irrational, we not only estimate the value of things external, but each one of us considers what is in keeping with his character. One man thinks it reasonable to perform the meanest office for another, for he looks merely to this, that if he refuses, he will be beaten and get no food, while if he does it, nothing hard or painful will be done to him. To another it seems intolerable not only to do this service himself, but even to suffer another to do it. If then you ask me, am I to do it or not, I shall say to you, to get food is worth more than to go without it, and to be flogged is worth less than to escape flogging. Therefore, if you measure your affairs by this standard, go and do it. But I shall be false to myself. That is for you to bring into the question, not for me. For it is you who know yourself. You know at how much you know at how much you put your worth, and at what price you sell yourself. For different men sell at different prices. This is why Agrippinus, when Florus was considering whether he should go down to Nero's show to perform some part in them himself, said to him, "Go down." And when he asked, "Why do you not go down yourself?" said, "Because I do not even consider the question." When a man once lowers himself to think about such matters, and to value external things and calculate about them, he has almost forgotten his own character. What is it, you ask me? Is death or life to be preferred? I say life. Pain or pleasure? I say pleasure. But if I do not act in the tragedy, I shall be beheaded. Go then and act your tragedy, but I will not do so. You ask me why, I answer, because you count yourself to be but an ordinary thread in the tunic. What follows then? You ought to think how you can be like other men. Just as one thread does not wish to have something special to distinguish him from from the rest, but I want to be the purple, that touch of brilliance which gives distinction and beauty to the rest. Why then do you say to me, make yourself like unto the many? If I do that, I shall no longer be the purple. Priscus Helvidius too saw this and acted on it. When Vespasian sent to him not to come into the Senate, he answered, "You can't forbid me to be a senator. You can forbid me to be a senator, but as long as I am a senator, I must come in. Come in then," he says, "and be silent. Question me not, and I will be silent. But I'm bound to question you, and I'm bound to say what seems right to me. But if you say it, I shall kill you. When did I tell you that I was immortal? You will do your part, and I mine. It is yours to kill, mine to die without quarreling. Yours to banish, mine to go into exile without groaning. What good, you ask, did Priscus do, being but one? What good does the purple to the garment? Just this, that being purple, it gives distinction and stands out as a fine example to the rest. Another man, had Caesar, in such circumstances, told him not to come into the Senate, would have said, "Thank you for sparing me." Such a one he would never have forbidden to come in. He would know that he would either sit silent like a pipkin, or if he spoke, would say what he knew Caesar wished, and pile on more besides. This spirit, too, was shown by the certain athlete who was threatened with death if he did not sacrifice his virility. When his brother, who was a philosopher, came to him and said, "Brother, what will you do? Are we to let the knife do its work and still go into gymnasium? He would not consent, but endured to meet his death." Here someone asked, how did he do so? As an athlete or as a philosopher? He did so as a man, and a man who had wrestled at Olympia and been proclaimed victor, one who had passed his days in such a place as that, not one who annoys himself at battles. Another man would have consented to have even his head cut off if he could have lived without it. That is what I mean by keeping your character, such is its power, with those who have acquired the habit of carrying it into every question that arises. Go to, Epictetus, have yourself shaved. I am a philosopher, I say, I will not be shaved. But I must behead you then. Behead me, if it is better for you so. One asked, how then shall we discover, each of us, what suits his character? How does the bull, he answered, at the lion's approach, alone discover what powers he is endowed with, when he stands forth to protect the whole herd? It is plain that with the possession of his power, the consciousness of it also is given him. So each of us who has power of this sort will not be unaware of its possession. Like the bull, the man of noble nature does not become noble of a sudden. He must be trained for the winter and make ready, and not lightly leap to meet things that concern him not. And not lightly leap to meet things that concern him not. Of one thing beware, O man. See what is the price at which you sell your will. If you do nothing else, do not sell your will cheap. The great heroic style, it may be, belongs to others, to Socrates and men like him. If then this is our true nature, why do not all men, or many, show it? What? Do all horses turn out swift? Are all dogs good at the scent? What am I to do then, since I have no natural gifts? Am I to make no effort for that reason? Heaven forbid! Epictetus is not better than Socrates. If only he is as good as Socrates, I am content. For I shall never be a Milo, yet I do not neglect my body, nor a Croesus, and yet I do not neglect my property, nor, in a word, do we abandon our effort in any field because we despair of the first place. Alright, guys. So, thank you for joining me today on this reading session. We've done with the second chapter. I'm gonna see you tomorrow on the next one. Thanks. See you. Bye.